I'm still setting up 2 weeks and everything is going haywire. No, that's not good. There's not enough light, I think. I'm trying to do something about it. Okay. Okay, let's hope this is better. So many stuff to go over today. Now I need to see if I can see the chat. There's still time. Hi Betty, hi Juanita. Okay. I hope you can see what is going on here, because I am having some difficulties. First time it didn't want to connect and start the live. Now I'm having some trouble with the display of the chat. Okay. I'm going to wait until more people come in and then I'll start. I've got things to show you. I bought a lot of stuff when I was on vacation. I've got some great ideas that I want to share with you with stuff that I bought for Christmas. I'm going to use them for art journaling and whatever mixed media projects. And then we'll start with the junk journal. Okay, so I can see the chat. Okay. I've got some kind of delay here. Well, let's hope it will be all right. Can you see what I'm doing, or is it a frozen picture? Because I don't have a display, so it would be very helpful if you can tell me if it's started or is it still just a photo. Let's see. Okay, so now I can see what is going on. I was worried. I started the live before and it didn't connect, and then started it again and I still only could see a frozen picture, so I was worried. Let's see who came in. Oh, I missed a lot. Okay. Let's see. Minka, Linda, Brenda, Robin. Ooh, really missed a lot of people coming in. Hi, Donna. Hi, everyone. Okay, let's hope it will work. So, first of all, I was on vacation, a small one, just 4 days, but I really needed it. And I was in Sofia, Bulgaria, and they already started with all things Christmas. And I went nuts and bought a lot of stuff, not because I'm celebrating Christmas, I will be celebrating Hanukkah, but I have great ideas and I wanted to show you what I've bought and what I'll be doing with that if it's interest to you. Okay, so first of all, I've bought this, and this is going to be beards for gnomes. I love making gnomes, and again, not for Christmas, just because I like making them. And there are lots of videos out there on YouTube of making gnomes from socks, and that's what I usually do. I just make them and then I give them to a charity shop and it goes to little children. And if it's something that interests you, then I can do a video or a live of making gnomes with socks, and that's for the beards. Okay, so I also bought this large burlap. It was so cheap, I just had to buy it. I don't buy it here. I don't know why here it's very expensive. And now I can do, for a long time I wanted to do a art journal cover with burlap and some embroidery on top of the burlap. So that's something that I'm going to do. Don't know what is you are supposed to do with it for Christmas. Maybe under the tree to hide the leg, the stand that you put the tree. I don't know, but I'm lucky and I got it. So that's another thing that I bought. And I've bought all kinds of decorations. Now I bought this. They look a little bit kitsch, but what I'm planning to do, I'm planning to use this as a centerpiece for either the boxes that I do as books or on a cover of an art journal or something like that. So, and I can also paint it, and so that's centerpieces. I've bought this butterflies again. I've bought something like this in the past, and I've used it on a large canvas. Again, just colored to whatever color I wanted. So this is also something that can be used on a cover, and they are quite flat, so you can probably use them inside an art journal for a focal point. What else? I bought this ribbon just because I like the color. And this one should be great. I had a piece of this from someone who gave it to me, and I really like it because first of all, I can always use it as a decorative element on an art journal page and on boxes for extra texture, and also to use it on a gel plate to create a texture. So that's another thing that I bought. Some things are not Christmas related, but I figured I'll show you. I've bought this twine because I always use this jute twine. I swore to myself I won't buy more distress inks, but I couldn't stand leaving them, and I've bought 3 more colors: faded jeans, sketched straw, old paper, and I don't even know if I have the space to put them in, but I bought them. Okay, here we go. Another decorative element that I'm planning to use as a center point or a focal point on one of the book boxes that I make. Of course, this will get completely covered. I don't care about the colors because I know that things like this I cover with gesso and then whatever color that I want, and it changes everything. The only thing is that I will probably for the next 5 years I will have glitter all over. That's the only thing that is going to happen. I've also bought two more things that are Christmas related. Let's see if I can. I've got too much stuff here. Okay, so bought these two. This one is putting glitter all over the place, but I couldn't leave it at the shop. I will probably use it to decorate something. And this one I bought mostly to use on a gel plate. I thought it would be very interesting. And both of them just making glitter all over the place. So as I said, 5 years from now I will still have glitter. I'll just put everything in here so I can remove it. Okay, so let's see. I found more paper napkins all over from supermarkets, from all kinds of like not pharmacies, drugstores, whatever. Not Christmas related, but found this and I'll probably use them in the near future. And okay, so this was also, I don't know why, but this was in the Christmas section in one of the shops, and I bought it for the texture. I was planning to do some poppies with air dry clay, so I figured if I will put the clay on top of this, I will have a nice texture for the poppies. It's the only reason I've bought this plate. It was cheap, so I didn't care, and it's some kind of plastic. Okay, and I also found more plastic placemats that can be used on the gel plate. Up till now, you've seen me use large circle ones, and I just found these ones. Again, they were for Christmas. Don't know why. It doesn't seem too much Christmassy, but I don't care. It will be great on the gel plate. So that's that. Okay, stickers. And once again, I am not using it to create something Christmassy, but I figured that I can cut all these lovely elements and create something else to decorate art journal pages or all kinds of stuff. Even if it's greeting cards, it doesn't have to be Christmassy. I can just cut out elements and play with it. It's just a sticker. So found another interesting paper bag that I can just cut all this out of and use them as focal points or decorating something else. So this is another thing. And I found this. This is some kind of a silicone mat, but what I liked about it, I didn't even open it yet. So and everything is, oof, the glitter, everything is covered with glitter. It was just found it in a store that is called Jumbo, and I know it's in several countries in Europe. and it's supposed to be for children, but I figured this could be also useful because I always work on, not always, but most of the stuff that I do on a silicone mat that is supposed to be for baking. If you remember, I bring one. I buy this quite cheap at the cheap store, and it's very useful for gluing, for painting, whatever. But this has also these places that I can put all kinds of small stuff. So I figured, what the heck, I'll try it. This could be very useful without the glitter, of course. So that's another thing. And I think my greatest idea, I haven't done it yet, maybe I'll do it with you. I bought all these fake nails, and not for me. I'm not going to glue fake nails, but I figured I want to do, I haven't done in a while, a dragon's eye cover, either for a book box or a journal, and I figured I can put this and make scales around the dragon eye. So haven't done it yet, we'll see, but I think this could be it, just to make the scales of the dragon. Okay, so putting this aside, let's see. I think this is most of the things that I bought. I also got all kinds of stuff from Temu. I'll talk about it in another video. And now for the junk journal. Okay, so all kinds of stuff here for the junk journal. And before I start again, I'll check the check because I think it got stuck again. Let's see. And of course, hello to everyone who came in. And I will have to refresh the chat. It's such a pain that it doesn't work. Let's see. Okay. Just going back to see what have I missed. Okay. Okay, I hope I haven't missed anyone, and thank you all for coming in. So, junk journal, that's only my take, and I do what I like to do. There are all kinds of videos out there that explain what junk journal is. I always have my way of doing things, and I'm just taking all kinds of papers that seem interesting to me. I don't care about the size. Mostly I try to keep it inside the frame of an A4. A4 is a printer paper. It's not, it doesn't have to be, but this is a printer paper, so I try to keep it inside this frame. It doesn't have to be. If it's a little bit larger, that's okay. If it's a little bit smaller, that's okay. I'm just not interested in doing a large junk journal because I've got so many other journals that are large that I don't need another one. And I try to put all kinds of interesting stuff because then it's just, it challenge me to think outside the box. If it's this is a page from a book, this is a eco die someone sent me in Happy Mail. This is one of the gel prints, printer paper that I don't even remember what I've done, and it's interesting. Another printer paper, something that I started and didn't go anywhere, and it could be interesting to maybe do something with it. A map, a dictionary page that I cleaned the brayer and the stamps that I used on the gel plate. Just a page from a coloring book that I know is not interesting for me to color, so it would be interesting to put inside a junk journal. Another page that I just cleaned a brayer, some painty paper. I'm not sure I will use this. This was just little pieces of paper napkins, and then I stenciled on top. I thought maybe I will use it in the cover of the junk journal to make something like that. I'm not sure. I just took it out. I prefer to take things out of the stashes and think about it while I work, then leave everything in the stash. If it's in the stash, it doesn't exist. So I prefer to collect things and then decide what to do. I've got this two that I really like. They are leftovers from a larger pieces, and I couldn't find what to do with them until now, because I really didn't want to start cutting them to little pieces for tags or for bookmarks, and I figured that this can go inside a junk journal and be an interesting background to work on. Again, it can change. These are all leftovers. I've got also envelopes. Envelopes can be inside a junk journal as a pocket or as a page, and I will demonstrate it. So these are the envelopes. I even have this paper bag, another envelope, and another envelope, just different sizes. Some Bristol paper that I put a part of a paper napkin. I thought I would use it for something else, didn't use it, and it can be now inside the junk journal. So let's start. Now I've got all kinds of little bits and pieces that I bought out. These are the things that I'm thinking of using inside the junk journal. I am thinking about creating a pocket inside the junk journal to put all this little stuff, so as I go along and work in it, they will be ready there, and again I don't have to go into a stash and look for them. So for right now I'm moving this aside, and the way I like to go about the junk journal is start from large pieces and go into the smaller pieces, and only after I have assembled all the paper that is going to be the pages of my junk journal, then I decide on the cover, because I never know the size it will be in the end, and what decides the cover is the pages. The cover needs to be a little bit bigger than the pages that I'm putting in. So I'm just putting down things. I didn't, pages, whatever, like, and I don't care about what's next to what. It really doesn't matter to me, and I'm using this large envelope as the outside page. This would be the outside page, the first page of my junk journal, and I think this is going to be the largest piece. So if I want to incorporate this one, I will have to trim it because I want it to be a, that's the most that I want it to be. Again, it doesn't have to be, you can make an art journal that not only the height but also the width is things sticking out, and you can do pages that are torn and not cut straight. It's really up to you. It can be any size, depends what you want to do. I'm trimming it a little bit, just like this. So this is going here. Let's see, this one is a little bit larger, so I think this will be like this. I do try to center them. My stitch for binding it is going to be the simplest one. I'm not doing an 8, I'm not doing anything, I'm only doing 2 holes in the middle, and that's it. So the only thing I'm trying to do is to center my pieces and try to keep inside the boundaries of the largest piece. Like so, this is interesting, and it doesn't have to be all the way from the large to the smaller one. You can do whatever you want. I think this will go here. I just want to trim this area. Now, a lot of times, even if I put something inside and whatever I've done, it just doesn't speak to me, I can always cover it with gesso. I can collage on it. So don't be afraid to put pieces of paper that you really don't know what to do with. Put whatever you want. Worst case scenario, you will cover it. This is interesting. This one also. And no, I don't like this pink. Maybe I will put, I'm not sure about the envelope yet. And this one, I think, will go here. And let's see, a map. A map is interesting. And as you can see, it's not even cut straight. I don't care. It's just junk journal. You can do whatever you want on it. That's the beauty of it. And you don't have to worry what will become of it. Just play. Let's see, maybe here. Just trying to create something interesting. Okay. Probably like this. Yeah. And let's see. And of course you can put as many as you want, as little as you want. If you are not sure about it, if you like junk journal or not, just do like even 5 pages. It's enough. Start with small. Start small and see if you like it. If you don't like it, nothing happened. It's just pieces of paper. And you don't have to get attached to it. I need to trim this one. Let's see. I'm trying to do things and look at the chat, but the chat is once again stuck. I don't see what is going on. I'll just trim this one and then I'll check again. and see what's going on. Okay, good enough. Again, it doesn't have to be straight, but I'm just going for it. I think I did it very crooked. Okay, I need to fix it. It's an eyesore. And I think I'll also trim it here. It just seems too long for me. Don't know why. It is what it is. Trying to find the correct line on the cutting mat. And let's see. Let's put it here. This should be interesting. And let's see. These are the two pieces that I wanted to incorporate into the journal. What I'm thinking is maybe I'll put it here and we'll see, because I'm thinking that maybe just for fun I'll do some fold up and I will leave it for now. Now I'm going to fold each piece. Let's see what's going on. I forgot, I need to check the chat. So frustrating. Okay. Okay, I'm checking the chat. This is going to be one signature. That's it. It's a junk journal. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Just one signature. I haven't done a junk journal in a long time, and I kind of missed it because it really gives you freedom to do all kinds of stuff that you never thought you will do in the other journals. I don't know why, but that's how it works for me. So I figured I will use all kinds of leftovers to put into a junk journal. I think I'll change it and I'll put it here. Yeah. And then I'll do the fold. Yeah. Just folding each page in half and just trying to keep everything centered. That's all. Otherwise, I really don't care. This is very boring, but it needs to be done. I'm waiting to do the cover because I had an idea that I'm just waiting to try it and see how it works. So I'm trying to be fast about making the signature. What also I like is that once it's in the signature, I will start a junk journal. I will get to like this page. I'll do something. And once I'm over the middle, it's sometime I will get again to the same kind of background, but I will do something completely different. And I really like that I always have like two different things that started from the same point. Almost. This is a little bit thick, so I'm just going over the fold. Okay, we've got the signature pokey tool or a owl. And what I like to use, first I will get some clip to hold this thing down so it won't move while I'm doing other stuff. Too much stuff here, too much stuff, never enough space. Okay, I will hold it here for now. Oh, I didn't do an envelope. I want an envelope just so you can see how it can be a page. I'm just going to put it here, and the stitch will go through this. So envelope here, and the rest I'm not going to use. I've got enough here for an interesting junk journal, but I'm not starting yet with punching holes because I want to bring in something for the cover. And I'm going to use this for the cover. This was done, if you remember, if you followed this, I was supposed to use it for my butterfly journal that I made, and last minute I decided not to, so I still have all this lovely large piece of Bristol paper, or was it, I think it's watercolor paper, whatever, and I needed to go a little bit bigger. Let's see if it will, yeah, because I want it to be not only on this, I want it to go over like so. So I've got enough here to work with. I'm just going to mark let's see, I'm going to mark here, yeah, so it would be a little bit larger than my last page of the signature. Let's put all of this aside. I'll bring the larger cutting mat I have. Okay, here we go. I've got this page with all the ideas and all kinds of doodling because I always have to doodle while I'm thinking. Okay, cutting mat, and I've got this, and let's see, I just marked it, and I've got inches on one side and centimeters on the other side. I'm only measuring so I can go all the way here and mark. Let's see, I can hardly, like 20, 23 and 0.6, something like that. Okay. So that's going to be my cover, and I'm bringing in a larger ruler. Okay. Now I can use it as is. This is going to be the cover, like so. Okay. You can cut it if you want it just like that, or you can do like that. That's what I'm aiming to do. And let's see. I'm also thinking that I really like all this, that maybe, so it would also be more stiff, more thicker. Maybe I'll just cut another piece like this, so it would be the inside. So the outside and the inside of my cover will be the same. Yeah, let's go for it. I've got enough paper. Let's go for it. Okay. Of course, I need to now adhere these two pieces. This is going to the side with all the other unwanted for now pieces. And let's see. I'm going to use a silicone glue just because it will dry faster than just using a white glue. It's stronger and faster in drying, so that's what I'm going to use. And since I'm not planning on doing anything wet on top of this cover, I'm not worried about covering everything with glue. If you're planning on doing something wet on top of your cover and you've got two pieces, then you will have to use a white glue and cover everything. Otherwise, once you put something wet on top, it will rise and it will just be wonky. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so now I'm just aligning the two pieces. Now they are not completely flat because I used a lot of watercolor on top. If you're worried about papers that are not completely straight, you can always iron them between two pergament paper or cookie sheet paper. I'm not worried too much. Again, this is just a junk journal. Nothing needs to be perfect. And let's see. So this will be covered like this. This is the start. And this will go like this. And I will also trim it. It's not going to be all the way up here. I just want to see where it's going. And of course I need to punch holes so my signature will connect with the cover. So right now I've got this signature and the cover, and I just need to hold it in place so it won't move. And I need some, I've got this foamy blocks that I usually put under this where I'm poking holes, and I can't find it now. Another thing that I can't find since I reorganized here, I think I have a smaller one. Let's see. Well, this will have to do. It's from some kind of little children's game, this foamy stuff, and I always use it underneath where I'm poking the holes. So I'm just holding this. I'm putting this foamy block approximately under where I'm going to punch holes. Now, the smaller piece in length is this, so I need to consider it when I'm poking holes. If I will put holes here, it won't hold this piece, so my holes needs to take the smaller piece into consideration. So here we go, punching, and here you see it went into the foam. Okay, again, not too concerned about perfect. It's a junk journal, and that's that. And even if it moved, I can always go and align everything again until my pocket tool gets inside all this signature. Here we go. Once again, everything is in place. I'm taking it out and doing the second hole. Here we go. That's that. 2 holes, trying not to move this too much. I'm going to use waxed twine. I like it best for binding. You can also use baker twine, embroidery thread. If you feel it's too, I don't know, flimsy, not thick enough, you can always double on it. So just use whatever you have. You can, if you want, also there is another option. If you don't want to do a stitch and you want to have the option of removing pages and or putting other pages, you can just take an elastic band and go around the cover, and you can control each time. You can take out and you can put in other pages. So just making a knot at the end. Not too good, but enough. Okay, so now I need to go through the holes, and again, sometimes they don't align. Then you just go one by one, check where your needle is going until it gets into all your pages. And here we go. And now again, in this hole, doesn't go through, never mind. I'll just check and move the pages until everything is threaded. And once you have this, it's easier. It just stays in place. But even if it doesn't, just take your time and watch where your needle is going in. I just do I go a few times, like 3-4 times, just to make sure it stays in place. Now you want to have a little bit of tension, but not too much. If you put too much tension on your stitch, then it can tear your papers. So don't overdo it. Here we go. Second time. I'm just moving the needle like this until I feel that it goes through everything and coming out on the other side. And that's that. It's very simple. Nothing fancy about it. If you want to, you can do a fancy stitching. You can put beads here. But because it's a junk journal, I'm not bothering too much with it. I'm going to, the cover for me is going to be more of where I'm putting more to it. So, okay. And now you just need to do some knot again, so everything will hold in place. Good enough. If you don't like seeing the stitch, you can always put masking tape or a washi tape here, and it would be part of decorating this area. So I've got this. What I wanted to do is, I don't know if it will work, if I will manage it, but I want to cut a circle here and do some kind of window. I probably should have done it before I stuck the two pieces of the cover. I will leave it as is. It doesn't, I don't care. And I'm going to cut a circle. Now I bought something that should do the trick in cutting a circle it's supposed to be easier if I will find it. That's the trick thing. Where did I put it? It's like a compass, but with a little knife at the end, so you can cut circles. I just don't. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Haven't used it yet. I need to see if it will work. Now I'm just need to decide. This is the center. This is where the knife is. And I need to decide where I'm putting the circle. I think it would go here. No, a little bit larger. Let's see. I didn't set it yet because I want to see how it would look. Yeah, this size is good, so I'm just closing it in place. And now I need to start cutting. I don't know if it will work. I don't even know if I'm moving in the right direction with the knife. Of course, I could have put a cut here and go in with scissors, but I wanted to try this contraption. Found it on Temu, but probably you can find it on Amazon too. It seems like it's cutting. At least here I can see already that it cut. Okay. Yay! It worked. Let's take scissors now and just do this last piece, and that's it. Not perfect. I probably need to work on it. Okay. Now I need a piece of acetate for the window, or from any kind of packaging that I think I have. I just, yeah, don't even remember what I bought, and I kept this packaging, and I need to cut something that is a little bit bigger than my circle. Just opening it so it will be easier. Okay, so I think I don't even have to do it as a circle, just cut a square that I can adhere here. Let's mark it. Doesn't work. Oh boy. Okay. Something like that. Now I'm gonna again just use the lines on the cutting mat. Okay, I've got a window. I just want to trim a little bit. You probably can't see because it's transparent. Okay, so that's my window, and I'll probably do some decoration later on. Right now I just want to adhere it to my page. I'm going to use this glue. It works great with plastic. Just going around the square. Yep. I'm planning to do some kind of a butterfly here, and that's what's going to peek out through the window. That's the first thing that I want to do. And now for the flap of the cover, what I wanted to do, let's fold it. Of course, it's not going to be on top of the circle. I want to trim it. And let's take a pencil. I wanted, let's see, some wavy line, so it won't be a straight flap. And I wanted to do it like a flower, something like that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's hope it works, that me and my crazy ideas. Maybe a little bit here, so it would be inside, more inside the flap. I don't know yet even what is going to hold it in place. That's just things that I figure out as I go along. What I want to do is just make sure that it doesn't cover my circle. Okay. I don't see the chat. It's so frustrating. What's the point of a live if I can't see the chat? Okay. Wow, I missed a lot. Okay. Let's see if I can follow what is going on. Okay. I'm still reading the chat because I've missed a lot. Okay. So let's see. So I've got this, and I want to cut this, just part of it, so I won't have a straight flap. A little bit difficult, but I think I can manage. Especially that I just made the flower very loose, and we'll see. Okay, I've got something here. I just need to see. Let's take, trying to reach for the box with all my acrylic, most of my acrylic markers. And let's see. No, this side. I will need to I don't know, make a better finish here for the cover. Right now I just want to have a better grasp of where it's going. So okay, I'm gonna go like this, maybe a little bit of this green. And I should probably erase the pencil marks. So I just had this idea in my head, and I just had to try it. You can do it symmetrical if you want. If you have a stencil, you can use it as a guide. I just go and do loose things. I like it like that. Maybe add, I'm thinking of a leaf, and here will be, underneath will be butterfly. Just need to see it. Yeah, I like it. Starting to take shape. Best thing is when something that is bothering my mind, when I can transfer it, as I said, that's the best result. If I can manage to make what is going on in my mind just great. Yeah, I think I want to color the flower, and I need to pick a color, but I want it very subtle. So let's see, maybe, I don't know if you can see all this, the details, so I'll bring it closer just so you will see what's going on. Maybe I'll even do the same here on the inside, the same flower just on the inside. Don't like the color very much. I need to see what I'm going to do about it. Maybe I'll just cover it. We'll see. I thought it would look nice here. I don't like it. I especially don't like the pink I've got here. Okay, I like it better. I'm thinking it needs to get inked around the edges to make it a little bit more, I don't know, lost for words. Moving this aside, let's see, what do I have that will go nicely with this? I've got this green. Let's see. hardly, you can hardly see it. I'll go bolder with it. And I still need to figure out how I'm going to do a closure for this journal. I was so fixated. Ooh, this is an old ink pad, so it started to disintegrate. I'll finish going over the edges and I'll just get rid of it. Let's see. Yeah. I'll do the back later on. I needed to see it framed. I hope I'm making sense at this late hour. Yeah. I think I'll go over this color that I didn't like. Yeah, better. Now I'm happy. Yeah. Of course, I will need to find the desired butterfly that I want to have underneath here. And I'll probably use the cut circle in some page later on. I'm now thinking that how I want to incorporate some kind of a pocket that I can put all the little stuff that I want to use in this junk journal. Now I've got the pocket here of the big envelope, but what I don't like is that I can't see the pieces. I wanted to do something that have the pocket, a transparent pocket, so I can see the little details, the little things that I want to use. So I'm thinking if I can somehow cut here a square and again put acetate. I'll try. What's the worst that could happen, as I always say? I'll try. I'll just leave enough border so I can adhere a piece of acetate, or maybe a page protector also can work here. A little bit difficult, but it can be done. Yeah. I'm thinking if I can put something inside, like so, and then cut on top of it. Let's see. I think I have a smaller cutting mat that probably will work. Let's see. Okay, so I've got this. Now I need a piece of acetate that will be a little larger than this and that I can adhere here. Okay. Here we go. So I need the piece to be something like that, or maybe just so I will have enough to adhere it. So I need to cut it here and here. So much mess, but so much fun. At least I'm having fun. Here we go. I know you can't see it, but it's here. And once again, I'm going to use this to adhere it, and let's hope it will work. Even I having trouble to see what is going on with this transparency. Again, a little bit difficult, but can be done. Yeah, I've got it. Who knew? So now I can stick inside all kinds of stuff that I want to use. These are some stickers that I have left. All kinds of stuff that I'm planning to use. And more stuff. Don't know if it would be enough, but still better than nothing. Bits and pieces that I had left from other projects laying around and waiting to be used. Some die cuts that I was sent in Happy Mail, stickers. These are sachets that you put in the closet, and I want to just cut this mandala and use it in a page, and I don't need the whole thing, so I just cut this out, and later on I will fussy cut it. So basically this is it. That's how I go about making a junk journal. I've got more stuff like these are, again, this is the cover for some of the same stuff that you put in the closet for good smell, and also against, I don't know, moth. So I figured I can use it in a junk journal, all these small bits, and incorporate it into one of the pages. More stuff. This is quite a large piece, but maybe I'll find a home for it in one of the larger pages. I'm just trimming it a little bit so I can put it inside the pocket. This also needs to be inside the pocket because I'm planning to use it. And some lace streams and more stickers. I think, no, this is rub-ons. Yeah. And more of the same. All kind of stuff can be used. Okay, I think I'll just do this one. An added bonus, all these have very great smell. So, and this was on the cover of one of the journals I bought in the cheap store, and I figured I probably can use it in a page. Okay, and I don't know why I took out these pieces from wherever they were, but I'm gonna stick them there here and we'll see. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't, don't know. Okay, so that's the pocket, and it needs to go like this. And I'm thinking I've got Velcro dots that I can probably put here and here, or maybe 3, so it will hold, or I can do some kind of a ribbon on around, I don't know. I need to figure out, or maybe magnets also can work for the closure of this. And I want to do something around the circle because it just looks boring right now. It needs some border to this. We'll see. So that's it basically. That's the junk journal for now, until I figure out how to close it. And this piece I'm thinking of folding, as I said. Maybe I'll do like some focal point here, and it would be interesting. I don't know, we'll see. Here we go, folded. For right now, I'll just put this clip here to hold everything together. Maybe I'll use it inside in one of the pages, I don't know. I'll just keep all this stuff and see if maybe I will incorporate it. I really hate this color, so I thought I will use it, but I really hate it. So no, just no. What else? I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover in terms of the chunk journal. And I still have a little piece here. This is another piece that I can use on the inside. And once again, I can't see the chat, for God's sakes. It's like YouTube always changing something. There is some kind of always change, and each time it's just getting worse. Okay. Just going over the chair. Pink. Yeah, there is some kind of pink here. I've missed so much in the chat. Okay. Takes time to read what's going on in the chat. Okay. If there are any questions for me, now's the time. I'm watching the chat, unless it got stuck again. I'm watching what is going on. And let me know if a live doing gnomes is something that interests you, although there are so many videos out there on YouTube. But if you want, I'll do a live next week with the gnomes. If you are interested in something else, either in the live or just a regular video, I'll be happy to hear about it. I'm just putting some of the stuff back in place. I'm really enjoying the Lazy Susans that I bought for my desk. It just made life easier. Okay, pokey tool. Here we go. Whew. I didn't make such a mess as usual. Yeah. Yeah, Velcro to close the cover. Yes, I've got like a little dots of Velcro, and they have a very strong adhesive in the back. I'll show you, and I use them a lot of times. I've got them in black and I've got them in white. That's how they look, and it can work. I just don't always like using them, but 3 dots like 1, 2, 3 can work here, or magnets. I'm not sure yet. I will see. I need to check the magnets that I have in terms of size and thickness, if they can work here. So maybe magnets. I'm not sure yet. I've just done, I think the last live was gel printing, and I have another one. Also, I've done already 2 lives with gel printing. There will probably be in the future too, but just now I've got so many gel prints that unless only when I'm using a lot, then I do another session of gel printing. Otherwise, I'm drowning with gel prints. Yeah, I know that for some more than 30 minutes video is too much, but the thing is, in the regular videos, you can always just skip ahead, and the lives you just can wait until the end or a day after, and then again you can just skip ahead. You don't have to watch everything. I didn't know that I will ever do a live, and I didn't know that I will like it so much. And now I don't think that I will um, stop doing it in favor of just regular videos. So for the near future, there will probably be 2, each week will be 1 video and 1 live. And when I can't go live, then I'm uploading a video. But as of now, the number of people that watch my videos is in all times low. I don't know why, if it's just I'm boring them to death, or YouTube is the algorithm of YouTube doesn't work for me, because I don't put a lot of time for commercials. I don't know. If I left it for YouTube, there will be a commercial every 3 or 5 minutes, and I don't like it, and so I don't allow it. I don't let them do it. Yeah, I thought about it of using the gel prints to make an art journal, but what happens is that I'm using them all the time for all kinds of stuff, not just a background. Sometimes I punch shapes out of them, sometimes I use them for tags. So it never just get to be pages for an art journal. And I've got so many art journals in the works, inside books, outside books, from some bought, some that I've made, if it's from paper bags, from black Bristol paper, I've got one, all sizes. I just finished one that was, for me, was very challenging and interesting. This one, it was all was a journal I bought at the cheap store. It's watercolor paper inside, but what was challenging was the format. I've never worked on this kind of elongated pages, so I had to find my way to how to do layouts, how to work differently, because most of my journals are, let's say, portrait layout and not landscape. So, but it was fun to make it. I'll do a flip through sometime, and not, and we'll see, so you can get to see the pages. Some of them are on video and you've seen me do it, some of the pages inside that journal. So I've got so many journals in the works, so another one from gel prints is just too much. Yeah, but I didn't pre-plan, because that's how I go most of the time. I had a picture in my head just of the cover, and mostly I don't even get too bothered with junk journals about the cover. But I had the idea and I really wanted to already implement it, so I used it for the junk journal. Most of the time I don't take the trouble to do something elaborate for a junk journal. And but going the way I do, that I decide on things as I go, and so now I didn't think about putting the magnets inside the two layers of the cover, but by making this, I don't know if to call it a mistake, but by making this mistake, I've learned for the next time that if I want to do something like that, I will plan ahead and put the acetate in between the two layers and put the magnets in between the two layers. You learn as you go, and it was just a crazy idea that I really wanted to see how it would look. I haven't done before a journal with a window inside, so, or with this kind of flap, so it was just me going at it and hoping for the best. And that's one of the things that I love in junk journal. I don't care. You've seen what kind of paper I've used. Anything here is just leftovers and things that can be covered, and I don't care. You can do whatever you want here. Let's see. Sometimes even when I pre-plan something, I change as I go along. So even pre-planning doesn't always work. Like I've got this and I've scrambled the things that I wanted to do, and even with the little sketch of the flower here that you can, I don't know if you can see, it was supposed to be sticking out like this, and as you can see, I decided that it needs to be inside the cover, the frame of the cover. So I'm just putting down things, and sometimes even things in Hebrew. And whatever comes, comes, and all the way I'm just doing all kinds of doodling. And just by doing this doodle and really liking it, I made an art journal page, a very simple one, just relaxing, not anything elaborate, and I had so much fun doing it. So just by doodling here, this thing was created, and I had so much fun making it. It's very simple, nothing to it. I just made these loose shapes, colored them with watercolors, went with a black permanent marker all around, and made the silver circles wherever I want them to be, and that's that. And I had so much fun making it. So that's the pre-planning that goes into the things I make. And once I'm doing something, this is finished, it goes into this notebook. All the ideas, all the things that are being accomplished are going inside this notebook that's getting bigger and bigger. Just a little bit of glue stick, and it's inside the notebook. And here I still got all kinds of stuff that I didn't get to do yet, all kinds of things that I just write, and sometimes I will get to it. As is, I've got like few projects all around me. It's good that you can see the mess that's going around. I've got like, I think 4 or 5 projects in the making, in all kinds of stages. Okay. So yeah, that was it. Anything else, dears? I would really like to hear from you ideas for things that you would like to see, if it's in live or just plain video. I'm making so much stuff, and sometimes I don't know what to do on video, what not to do on video, if people will like it, not like it. Like I've done this, the page that I've showed you, this I've done today. I didn't know, do I film it? It's so simple. Why would someone want to watch me do this stuff? So I didn't film it. I never know what will interest people. And sometimes I can't film even because there's too much noise, or all kinds of stuff. So that's also a factor. Okay, so this is it for today, unless you've got any other things to ask me, tell me, and yeah. Make a journal out of coloring pages. Mm, envelopes, I've used them to create little art journals. I've got several videos about it. I think I've got one here that I can just, yeah, I think, yeah. These are envelopes that I connected and made them into a journal. I haven't done anything in terms of cover, but just the beginning. You can search for it on my channel. Coloring pages into a journal. I'm not sure that I would do something like that. It would be a little bit, I think, too much for me. That all the pages are with the coloring pages. Mm, use the packaging for yeah, I know that I can use just to push it back, but then what, like, how many pages can I do in one journal that it's always the same thing? That's why I can't picture myself making a journal from all from coloring pages. Yeah, but I will do. First of all, now we have here at least two pages, because one page makes two, in a signature that is a coloring page, and I've got new stencils from Temu, so I'm thinking maybe I'll start a page with a coloring page and use one of the new stencils I've got. Advent calendars for my, I don't do advent calendars. I didn't know what they were until I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube right now, and I didn't know what it is, so I googled it. And well, I'm not celebrating Christmas, so I'm not going to do an advent calendar for Christmas. And I don't know, it didn't speak to me, so that I will do something like that. And I really didn't get what was the purpose altogether, especially the ones that people buy. I've seen I've seen them, and they cost a lot of money, and I couldn't understand the purpose. So something is probably lost on me with the advent calendars. which reminds me to remind you not to throw away your calendars, because we are going to use them as a journal for all the small leftovers. So, and whatever calendars like last year, whatever calendars you have, uh, just keep them. We are going to use them. I even have this little one that I'm planning to use, and it can be any kind of calendar. It doesn't matter what's on the calendar, it's gonna get covered, and I'm going to use all my scraps to do this. So keep your calendars, don't throw them away. We are going to use them if you want to, of course. I understand that they sell it and to make money, but as a buyer, I don't understand what is it supposed to give me. I didn't understand the purpose of buying an advent calendar that cost a lot. That's what I tried to explain. I didn't understand that. Sometimes things are lost on me. Okay. I would like some project about Jewish holidays. Oh my God. Can you hear hubby snoring downstairs? Hanukkah. Hanukkah. Oh boy. I'm trying to think if there is something interesting that I can do for Hanukkah that could interest other people. I can't. I can't think of anything. Mostly cooking. Most of our holidays are, they try to kill us. To kill us. We won. Let's eat. That's the Jewish holidays. So. Oh, here is someone that also despises pink. Not all shades. Mostly, I despise the Barbie pink, the Bazooka pink, the Pepto Bismol pink. That's the pink that I really can't stand. Yeah, Halloween is so easy because I like things like witch things and dragons and all this kind of stuff. And so it speaks to me. So it goes well with Halloween. And we have a holiday that is called Purim that is similar to your Halloween. And one of the lives that I've done, decorations, was supposed to be for Sukkot, our Sukkot, and you can use it to decorate the Christmas tree. So, but for Halloween, it speaks to me. I really like to do like potion battles and all kinds of like apothecary, the miniature apothecary and wands and all kinds of stuff. Just speaks to my imagination. So So nice that I can see the chat now. I've got, someone gave me, let's see, here we go. Someone gave me this, well, teapot, and I don't use this kind that you put the tea leaves in. I don't use something like that, but I thought, and it's boring. Well, there are hundreds of these things. So what I thought is that I will use some air dry clay to decorate it and do something maybe more like fantasy stuff. And then I've looked at this box, and I love boxes. I'm thinking of doing something, again, maybe stars and a moon, and I'm thinking of doing a divide in the center for 4, and in each compartment to do one, to put one of my potion bottles. So yeah, we'll see. And other projects in the waiting. I've got so many of them. And I really want to do already the dragon eye with the scales, with the fake nails that I bought. So, and other projects that I really want to do already. I've got so many boxes here in all shapes and sizes that are just waiting for me to do something with them. Okay, so that's it for tonight, for me. And thank you all for coming in. It's great to have feedback. It's great talking with you, even if I need to refresh each time just to see what is going on in the chat. A little bit frustrating, but it's worth it. And yeah, the soundtrack in the background is my hobby. What's the expression? Sewing logs. So bye everyone, and thank you for coming in. I'll be seeing you in my next video.